welcome to my channel and stop for passing by. Today's video I will be showing you how I moved a swarm that moved to one of my boxes to another box, and the reason why I had to move it to another box is because the box that they moved to, when I put it outside, I didn't think that any bees were going to move in, so I put it in without enough frames. I think I had about 4 frames inside, and when they moved in they didn't use those frames. They actually built on the roof of the hive, on the inside of the cover, and that's why I had to move them, because I couldn't just leave them like that. And I was really nervous doing this because I had never done this before, and also you can, if you are an experienced beekeeper, you can really tell that, yeah, some of the things that I was doing were really not correct, but I had to do it, and yeah, I had to do it. I believe in learning on the job. You can only learn something when you do it. If you don't try, then you don't learn. So what I did was, yeah, I moved the hive because the hive is actually on a stand somewhere. It's not showing in the video, so I had to move it to the ground so that I will be able to work. It wasn't as bad as I expected. The only problem though is how I moved some of that broken comb. As you can see in that picture, especially that one, you can see that is overlapping on the frame. I should have actually cut that, but at that moment all I was thinking about was, I want to move these bees because before they start getting like aggressive, or rather defensive, not aggressive. And that's what I was really thinking about. I wasn't thinking about anything else. But now watching this video, I can actually see my mistakes. I can see where I went wrong. And then the picture there, what I did was I started moving the comb, and then I was using rubber bands. I've seen this on YouTube. I'd seen especially those people who do bee removals and do cutouts. They do it like that. So I figured that I could also do the same thing. And yeah, that's what I did. But the mistake, as you can see, as I said before, was I should have removed the comb that is overlapping at the bottom of the frame. And also I should have actually pushed in the comb, pushed into the frame, so that the wires in the frame were actually in the comb. I did not do that, and I just hope that I'm not going to get a lot of cross comb. I haven't inspected, but I will inspect one of these days, and I will update you on how it's going, to see if there is any cross comb. And I suspect that there may be, but yeah, we will see. Yeah, and these bees, they moved in. These bees moved in on the 26th of January, and I moved them on the 23rd of October. So they've just been in a month in there, but you can see the amount of comb that they had actually built. They really mean business, and I'm sure by now maybe they could be running out of space. So I will need to check when I get time, just to make sure that they have space. And I think the other thing is because I'm a suburban beekeeper, and where I live, the fact that being in a suburb, there is always flowers that are flowering. So my bees really, they don't experience that lack of food kind of scenario, and they are lucky in that. And I've also heard from some people that there is we may be having a flow going on. I'm a new beekeeper, so I really don't know when these things are happening. I'm only aware of like springtime when the flowers are, when I see flowers blooming in my garden, that's when then I know. But then the January honey flow in Durban, yeah, I'm still trying to to try to understand that. I still really do not understand it, because I heard some people talking about that the gum trees, the blue gums are flowering. Yeah, I don't have a blue gum in my tree, and the ones that I see, they are so tall that I don't even know if that is the type that actually blooms. I do not know. But I can, when I watch my hives outside, yeah, the bees are busy. They are bringing in a lot of pollen, and there's also a lot of drones in those frames that I have opened. There is a lot of drones, which shows that, yeah, I think nectar is in abundance. There is a lot of food. So yeah, so I think despite the mistakes that I made moving this colony, I was impressed, as much as it wasn't properly done, but at least I did it, and that's what I was proud of, that at least I did it, and I managed to move those bees, and they seemed to be okay. When I checked on them the following day, they seemed to be fine, but like I said, I still need to inspect. And this was a big swarm by the look of it, because yeah, the amount of bees, the number of bees that were in there, that was just a lot of bees. Yeah, you can see there, look at that. Look at the amount of bees on that lid. And I had to shake those into the entrance. And I never looked for the queen, because I thought that if I did that, it was going to take a long time. But I figured that she must have been inside there, because the bees were actually going into the box. So I think she was there. And I'm sure I would have known if she wasn't. If she was outside, the bees would have gone to her outside. So I think she was inside. Yeah, lots of bees. Lots and lots of bees. And it's amazing that I didn't even get a single sting. But yeah, these bees were very calm. They were very calm. And then my smoker almost ran out. This happens to me a lot. I don't know, maybe I still need to research how to properly light a smoker, because it looks like if I'm doing like a task that takes time, my smoker runs out. I don't know if that's normal or it's just me. Look at the amount of bees. That is a lot of bees. That is. I can't wait for spring to see these ladies, how much honey they are going to make. Yeah. Spring is still very far away here. We just started autumn. Yeah, we'll still go through winter and then the spring. So by August, September, then I will know. But yeah, and this was the second swarm that we have caught in that box that I was moving from. We caught one last year in September, and that one also is doing very well. And we moved it to a proper hive. And then, yeah, after that, I then put that box in this area, thinking that, okay, I will put the frames later on. But yeah, the bees moved in. So we've actually caught in two swarms within, yeah, less than 6 months. And also we've had, we have trees in our yard, 2 big trees. And on those trees, on each tree we've had a swarm. But we never disturbed those, because they were in an area where they were not bothering anyone. So we just let them there. We didn't remove them or anything. So it looks like we are in an area, I don't know, somebody was talking about a bee highway, and sometimes we joke that maybe we also in a bee highway, because there seem to be a lot of bees. There was one day when we were outside and we could see a swarm just flying. Yeah, I think it was moving to another area, and that was before we started keeping bees, and we saw it just move across. So yeah, it's really promising and interesting. And there, what I was putting, I put these ventilation boxes. It's just like it's like a box that has, I drill holes on each side, and then I put in a mesh just so that the moisture can escape. Because before, if I don't do that, then what then happens is all the moisture just accumulates in the hive. And there was one of my hives where I tried to open, and there was water inside because of that. So now I do this. I just put in these ventilation boxes, and also maybe being in a high humidity area. Yeah, so I need to do that, and that seems to take care of the moisture issue. I don't get any moisture at all, or any water accumulating at the bottom. And yeah, so I was shaking the box one last time there just to remove all the bees that were still there. But most of them were inside by now. They were inside by now. And I was, yeah, seems like it was a job well done. Yeah, so I just left it there so that those that were still inside the old box could move into the new box. And then I closed the new one so that they are not disturbed by anything. And yeah, that was it. Thank you for watching. Thank you.